this very special interview is Ankit Agrawal from InsuranceDekho's. Thank you very much, Ankit, for joining us today. The last couple of months in this pandemic have been very crucial for a lot of players, and insurance, perhaps health insurance, has been one of the biggest beneficiaries of the pandemic. Tell us a little bit about how the landscape has evolved for the sector over the last 18 months.
So, Priya, as you rightly said, health insurance has been one of the biggest beneficiaries of COVID, right? I think no amount of government spending or advertisement by insurance companies would have increased the kind of awareness on health insurance and the importance of taking health insurance, which this pandemic did, right? We've seen our business in health insurance growing by almost 400% over the last 18 months, right? What we've also seen is a lot of people who had smaller coverage in health insurance, right? Somebody who had a 5 lakh cover or a 10 lakh cover has moved from a 10 lakh cover to a 30 lakh or a 50 lakh or a 1 crore cover, right? Second, we've seen a lot of innovation being done by insurance companies, right? In terms of the products which they are willing to underwrite now, in terms of the coverages which they are willing to underwrite now, or in terms of the ways or processes of underwriting, right? Let's go back 6 months, right? When we were stuck by the second wave of COVID. A lot of people were not comfortable stepping out of their houses, but they wanted to buy a health insurance. So insurance companies came up with a new way of underwriting where they said, you don't need to visit a medical center, right? The way we will underwrite is we will do a video call or we will do a telephonic verification, which was called tele-verification based underwriting, right? So these are new ways in which the industry is also evolved, right? They've leveraged on technology to issue policies.
Right. I want to understand from you, Ankit, the insurance space suddenly has, risen to prominence. You've seen Policy Bazaar also list on the bourses. Do you think the insurance industry has come of age at this point in time?
Absolutely, Priya. I think the insurance industry or the insurtech industry is finally getting its due, right? Policy Bazaar obviously is led from the front. They've been a pioneer at what they've done, but you will see a lot of innovation now happening across distribution, underwriting, and servicing, right? And you can layer this entire piece by software as a service play or SaaS based play, which can be called infrastructure as a service for insurtech, right? So broadly in these four segments is how the industry is growing, and you're seeing a lot of investment now coming into it. You're seeing a lot of folks who want a part of that action. Just recently, Star has also gone public, right? And you have at least three or four more companies in the insurance space, right, in the producer space, which are going to go public.
Right. I want to understand from you at Insurance Deco, any new verticals that you're planning to expand to, and what is the kind of roadmap that you have for the coming year?
So we've recently launched our InsuranceDekho's Saathi plan, right? Under the Saathi program, we aim to take insurance distribution to the masses, right? When I was traveling across the length and breadth of the country, right, over the last 12 months, we've set up teams from 17 cities. We were earlier present in 17 cities. From that, we've gone to about 60 odd cities, and we now have partners across 1,000 plus cities, right? So from these 60 cities, we work with partners across 1,000 plus cities. One thing which I realized that if I need to increase the penetration of insurance, or if I need to increase distribution of insurance, right, I will have to take insurance to the masses. And the best way to do that was to enable our kirana shop owners, right, or enable housewives, or enable people who are not full-time agents, right, to sell insurance, right? And you can do that in two ways. One, you give them good technological tools, or you power their ability to sell insurance through technology, and you provide them with good training programs, right? And we've been able to do both. In training program, we've launched co-branded training programs with insurance companies, right? And we've taken insurance to the masses there. Over a 3 to 6 month period, we've seen the number of partners working with us grow from 1,000 to almost 8,000. So 8,000 Saathi partners now exist across the country who are taking insurance distribution to the masses. And you layer our already large POSP base where we had 30,000 plus partners, right? So now you have 40,000 plus people who are attached with Insurance Dekho and taking insurance to the masses.
Right. Ankit, I want to understand in terms of metrics, key growth metrics, what have you set for yourself by FY22? What kind of plans and numbers can we expect?
So by the end of this financial year, we would have sourced 1,000 crores plus in premium, right? We aim to exit this financial year at a annualized run rate in premium of about 1700 to 2000 odd crores, right? From a revenue perspective, the company has been growing 2x year on year for the last couple of years, minus the pandemic period, where first pandemic period, right? So revenue also will continue to grow. But the most important metric for me, which I am tracking personally, is the number of lives we can touch, right? As an organization, can we issue policies for 10 million people, right? Can we give employment to 1 lakh plus people, right? These are the two core metrics which I track, right? From an employment perspective, I need people who get attached with us as POSPs and take insurance distribution to the masses.
A final question before I let you go in terms of fundraise. What is the plan out there? Are you looking at some sort of fundraise in the near future?
Absolutely, Priya. So we've appointed Haitong India as our investment bankers. We're looking to hit the market to raise money in 2 or 3 weeks from now. So first week of the new calendar year, we should be out there in the market talking to investors. There are already some inbound interests from folks, and we're talking to them.
All right. On that note, we wish you all the very best in your journey. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, Ankit. Thanks so much for your time.